G'day viewers, and welcome to this special PB's Retro Restorations video for the Diecast and Modelers Community's annual Paint It Blue for Dementia Awareness build. The big boss over at the DMC, Friday, and her human Paul host this challenge each year, as well as many others. But what makes this one special is that it's also a charity fundraiser for the Alzheimer's Society. Paul set a goal of £200, which is like 5,000 Australian dollars I think at the moment. And as I record this, £239 has been raised, but we're not done yet. As this video goes live, you can bid on this very number 340 Corgi Hillman Imp Monte Carlo, restored by me, with 100% of the sale price going to the Alzheimer's Society. I'll cover the flea bay fees and postage to wherever the successful bidder is on the planet. I will post links to the Just Giving page and to the Fleabay auction in the description. Go check them both out, and maybe you, dear viewer, will get the chance to see just how dodgy my work is in person. Alright, so like the Corgi 339 Mini Cooper Monte Carlo, the 340 Imp kicked off as a regular Corgi number 251 Hillman Imp, which became the first rally version, number 328, with two jeweled spotlights. It then evolved into the second rally version, 340, with 6 jeweled head and spotlights, a new heated window type glass, and a placeholder sticker noting the new model number and the Sunbeam Imp's win in the production cars up to 1000cc class at the 1967 Monte Carlo Rally, followed by the same model in a dedicated number 340 carton with new art. But all that waffle doesn't get cars built, viewers, so let's get crack-a-lackin', as they say in the Monte Carlo casinos, probably, around the blackjack tables, and turn this imp from limpin' to pimpin', yo! So as you saw this going around on the turntable, viewers, you probably figured, oh, that's not so bad, PB, I probably would have left that alone, and you're right, I would have left it alone, except that the suspension was broken in it. And I figured, well, you've got to pull it apart to fix the suspension, you might as well do the rest, and oh, it's blue, and that might make a nice auction item for the Paint It Blue challenge, so that's what I opted to do with it. Yeah, front suspension's knacked. And little, not sure why that wasn't working, but doesn't appear to be any reason for it not to work. Not sure what we're going to do about that. Bet the fuck out of it doing it though, viewers. Some Corgis, you can get to the jeweled headlights from behind, just pop them out. Some of them you can't, so I'm drilling little tiny holes so I can pop them out. Alright, if you don't want spoilers of some upcoming builds, virtualise now, viewers. I'll tell you when it's safe to look again. Okay, it's safe to look again. Okay, the suspension in this build was the biggest challenge. It's that plastic fold over type suspension. Here, I tried using PVA glue. I thought it would dry and still be elastic enough to bend with the suspension. Like, what a stupid idea that was. So I tried using evergreen plastic sheet, which is what I ended up using in one form. If I showed you all the different pieces I tried to mend this, you'd go insane. It broke again, tried different methods, and I got there in the end, but the finished car doesn't have operating suspension as a result. But it's not sitting down on one side now, it is sitting nice and level. So I'll let you enjoy my many failed attempts. That has not worked, viewers. Oh, I'm in trouble, viewers. Yeah. All right. I've also got to jump in here, viewers, and say I realised later that the stripe on the side is white, not silver. Which, I guess you're getting a special deluxe silver edition Hillman Imp for your collection, maybe. Anyway. Back to the stupid suspension. The rear suspension wasn't so hard to fix because it wasn't completely snapped. As you can see, I just bent some evergreen sheet over it, and then once I got it in there I realised it needed that hole to go around the posts, so I ground it until it fit basically. I put in all the 4 spotlights. The 2 headlights, the jewels were missing, but the buckets were still there, which was good. And I had some spare jewels lying around, so a bit of white glue and dropping them in just like that. And they were fixed pretty easy. First time I got the rear window back in, it looked really crooked, had a gap on the right hand side, and I thought I've bent that piece to buggery. So I straightened out, hammered it, did what I could, put it in. It was still not real straight. So then I went back and had a look at the original shot of it on the turntable and realised it was like that from the factory. So I've got it a bit better than it was, but I suspect it's an inherent manufacturing fault. It opens and shuts like it should. It's not the best gap, but it's as it came. It's like it was originally. The first attempt at putting it back together, uh, most of it was going okay. This is where I found that my fix for the front suspension wasn't going to wash. I tried putting it in. It needed a gap to go around the post, like the rear suspension, surprise, surprise. So I ground it out to make it fit, but that wasn't the end of my problems. I got it all in there and I got it all tightened up, but it's still something wasn't right. So I pulled it back apart again, and my problem was I'd made the gap between the two busted pieces too long, so I had to take that piece of evergreen off again, shorten it, glue it back on, let it dry, grind it some more, and hooray, it went in. Now, as I said, there is no spring suspension in this car as a result of the fix. I apologise for that. And the rear seat mechanism, for the life of me, could not get it to operate again. One stage when I was test fitting early on, it would work, but then nothing I did seemed to fix it. So I apologise for not having that feature anymore, particularly if you choose to bid on it. But it's got Allen key heads. You can always pull it apart and have a go at it yourself. So I designed a special box for the special occasion, put a reference to the Paint It Blue challenge and the DMC, and my own channel logo of course because I'm an egomaniac. On the flaps of this box I designed myself from images off the internet. Yeah, I hope you like it. I'm not quite the expert at making cartons that Paul Restorer is, but I'm getting better. Had a go. You saw at the start of the video that the 340 initially came in a transitional 328 box with a special sticker stuck over the top of it. So for a bit of fun I decided to reproduce the sticker as well and glue it on over the box, and I don't know, I thought you can have the thrill of opening your new Corgi if you win.
It's up to you if you open it, if you win it.
So just like that, as if by magic, with no grief whatsoever, we're done. Here we are back at the start with our pretty well cared for, really, Hillman Imp. That, you know, the suspension, years of play, just got too much for it in the end, and it's looking a little bit lopsided, missing a couple of its headlights. But apart from that, complete and in pretty good shape and a perfect candidate for the challenge. But enough of my waffle. This is what we started with, and this is what we're left with now. Ta-da! Wacky Doodles, looking $1 million now with its replacement jeweled headlights, 2 of them anyway. Fresh decals, fresh set of paint, everything cleaned, brand new set of tyres on it. I broke the other ones when I took them off because I'm an idiot. That rear window operates as it should. Alignment could always be better, but that's the way it came from the factory. In fact, it's a little bit better than it came from the factory, so you're welcome. I couldn't get the seat mechanism to work properly, and while the suspension isn't springy, it's at least sitting level on all 4s, so it's a win. I think it's a win. Hopefully you think it's a win too, and you go and have a bid on it. Thanks so much for dropping by to check out my video, viewers. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate your support. your thumbs ups, your likes, if you feel like subscribing as well, that's much appreciated as well. We thank Paul and Friday for hosting the Paint It Blue Challenge again. Go and check out the links in the description if you'd like to make a donation to the Just Giving page. That'd be fantastic. If you'd like to go and put a bid in on the Hillman, please go and check out that link or search Plash Daddy Auctions. Don't ask, it's a long story. Don't search all that, just search Plash Daddy Auctions and bid. Thank you very much for all your support and your comments. I read them all. Alzheimer's is an absolute mongrel of a disease. It affects everybody. It affected my grandma Eaton and my grandma Kilminster. It's not much fun. But anyway, hopefully with contributions to a good cause, a cure can be found. Have a great weekend. No video next Friday, but I have one the following Friday. Kind of back to the fortnight schedule now. I'll catch you next time, viewers. Bye.